When was the last time someone's kindness changed your day? Maybe it was a smile from a stranger, a message from a friend, or a person holding the door when you felt invisible. Small actions, yet they made you feel noticed, valued, and loved. The world can often feel cold and harsh. People rush, argue, and focus only on themselves. But kindness is like light. Even the smallest spark can break the darkness. Jesus showed this in his life. He touched the untouchable, forgave those who failed, and spoke gently to the broken. His kindness was not weakness, it was power, rooted in love. Kindness is never wasted. This story will remind you that choosing kindness is always the right thing to do. No matter how small your action feels, it can carry eternal weight. Stay with me, and together we will see why kindness matters, why it is sometimes hard, and why it always reflects the heart of God. Chapter 1. Why kindness matters. Kindness is not just a polite habit. It is a force that can change lives. One kind act can turn anger into peace, despair into hope, and loneliness into connection. Imagine a person sitting alone, feeling unseen. A simple word, "You matter," can lift their spirit. Imagine someone fighting silent battles. Your gentle action can be the reason they keep going. Kindness is the universal language. Science shows that kindness even changes the brain. When you are kind, your body releases chemicals that bring peace and joy. It blesses not only the one who receives, but also the one who gives. The Bible teaches the same truth. It says, "Do to others as you would have them do to you." Kindness is not optional. It is a command from God, a reflection of his own love. When Jesus healed the sick, fed the hungry, or comforted the grieving, he was showing kindness. And each act pointed people back to God's heart. Every act of kindness is a window into God's love. So why does kindness matter? Because it is powerful. It breaks walls, heals wounds, and plants seeds of hope. And every time you choose kindness, you become part of God's work in the world. Chapter 2. The struggle to be kind. If kindness is so powerful, why is it often so hard? The truth is, kindness is simple but not always easy. Life brings stress, pain, and disappointments. In those moments, our first reaction is often anger, not kindness. Think about daily life. You are tired after work, and someone speaks rudely. Your natural response is to fight back. Or you are waiting in line, and another person cuts in. Kindness feels like weakness, while anger feels like strength. It takes strength to be gentle. Sometimes, pride blocks kindness. We want to win the argument, prove we are right, or protect our ego. But in the end, harsh words bring regret, while kindness brings peace. Even in the Bible, people struggled with this. The disciples wanted revenge when others rejected Jesus, but he corrected them. He said, "Love your enemies and pray for those who hurt you." That is the higher way, the way of kindness. Choosing kindness does not mean ignoring pain or injustice. It means refusing to let anger control you. It means showing mercy, even when the world expects you to strike back. Kindness is not weakness. It is controlled strength. So yes, kindness is a struggle, but every struggle is a chance to grow. When you choose kindness in difficult moments, you reflect the heart of God more than in easy ones. Chapter 3. Kindness in the Bible. The Bible is full of stories that reveal the power of kindness. One of the most famous is the Good Samaritan. A man was beaten, robbed, and left on the road. Religious leaders passed by, but a Samaritan, someone despised by the culture, stopped to help. He gave his time, his money, and his care. His kindness saved a life. True kindness crosses every barrier. Jesus himself was the greatest example. He healed the sick, touched lepers, and welcomed children. He spoke to the lonely woman at the well and gave her hope. He forgave Peter after his failure and restored his purpose. His kindness always reached the ones society ignored. Even in his final hours, Jesus showed kindness. On the cross, he prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." In the middle of pain, he chose compassion. God's kindness leads us to hope. These stories are not just history, they are lessons for us. When we choose kindness, we are walking in the footsteps of Jesus. We are showing the same love that has been shown to us. Kindness in the Bible is not random. It is consistent, intentional, and powerful. And today, the same choice is before you. You can walk past, or you can stop. You can stay silent, or you can act. Every act of kindness reflects the love of God in a world that desperately needs it. Chapter 4. The ripple effect of kindness. Kindness is never a single act. It always creates a ripple. One kind word, one gentle action, can move from one person to another like waves in water. Imagine this. You encourage a friend who feels weak. That friend then encourages their child. Later, the child shows kindness to a classmate. All of this began with one small choice. One kind act creates a chain of light. History is full of such examples. Many movements of compassion started with one person deciding to act. A teacher who believed in one student, a neighbor who cared for a stranger, a leader who chose forgiveness over revenge. The Bible reminds us that kindness multiplies. Paul wrote, "Be kind and compassionate to one another." When the early church lived this out, people were drawn to the faith, not by power, but by kindness and love. Even science agrees. Studies show that kindness is contagious. When you see someone being kind, you are more likely to be kind too. Your action plants seeds that grow in others. Kindness spreads faster than anger when it comes from the heart. So never think your action is too small. You may never see the full ripple, but God does. And one day, you may discover that your little seed of kindness changed far more than you imagined. Chapter 5. Choosing kindness daily. Kindness is not only for special days, it is a daily choice. Every morning, you will face moments where you can respond with anger or with grace. What you choose shapes the day, for you and for others. It may be as simple as smiling at a tired worker. It may be letting someone go first in line. Or it may be holding your tongue instead of speaking harsh words. These are small choices, but together they form a lifestyle of kindness. Choose kindness, even when no one is watching. Jesus lived this way. He did not wait for big crowds to show kindness. He cared for individuals, one by one. The blind beggar by the road, the child in the crowd, the woman who touched his cloak. His kindness was consistent, not occasional. We can follow this example. Kindness is not about money or power. It is about presence and heart. A kind word, a gentle tone, a patient response. All of these are within your reach. Daily kindness is quiet, but it builds eternal impact. So do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is today. Each choice is an opportunity to live out God's compassion in ordinary life. And when you choose kindness every day, you reflect His love more than any sermon ever could. Chapter 6. Kindness in hard times. It is easy to be kind when life is smooth, but true kindness shows its strength in hard times. When you are tired, stressed, or hurt, kindness becomes a powerful choice. Think about moments when people treated you with kindness, even though they were also suffering. Their action meant more because it came with sacrifice. Real kindness is not cheap. It often costs comfort, pride, or convenience. True kindness shines in the dark. Jesus is the highest example. On the cross in pain and rejection, he prayed, "Father, forgive them." His kindness was stronger than hatred. His compassion was greater than his suffering. When we show kindness in our own hard times, we reflect this same spirit. A gentle word in the middle of an argument. A patient heart when someone fails you. Forgiveness when others expect revenge. This is not weakness, it is strength that comes from God. The world says, fight back, but the Spirit says, be kind. And in that choice, you show a love that is not of this world. Kindness in hardship is a light no darkness can put out. So when life feels heavy, remember this. Your kindness may be the greatest witness of God's love. Not in good times, but in the storm. Chapter 7. How kindness changes you. Kindness is not only for others, it also transforms you. Every time you choose kindness, something shifts inside your heart. Anger makes the heart smaller. Bitterness closes the soul, but kindness opens it again. It teaches patience, grows compassion, and fills you with peace. Kindness makes your soul stronger. Science supports this truth. Studies show that people who practice kindness feel less stress and more joy. Their health improves, and their relationships grow deeper. The giver is often more blessed than the receiver. The Bible also speaks about this. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Kindness brings you closer to God's heart because He Himself is kind. As you practice it, you become more like Him. Kindness also builds courage. The more you act with compassion, the less fear controls you. The more you forgive, the less bitterness can rule you. Step by step, you become freer, stronger, and more alive. The kindness you give is the kindness you keep within. So never think kindness is only a gift for others. It is also a gift for you. By choosing kindness, you create peace outside and inside. And slowly you are changed into a person whose very presence speaks of God's love. We began with a simple truth. Kindness is never wasted. It may feel small, it may feel unnoticed, but in God's eyes, every act of compassion carries eternal weight. You have seen how kindness matters, how it heals, and how it reflects the very heart of God. You have seen how it can ripple through lives, change families, and spread light in dark places. And you have seen how it transforms not only others, but also you. When you choose kindness, you choose God's way. The Bible reminds us that love is patient, love is kind. Jesus lived this truth every day. From touching the untouchable to forgiving His enemies, He showed us that kindness is not weakness. It is strength, born from love. So what about you? Will you choose kindness when it costs you something? Will you be gentle when the world tells you to fight back? Will you let your words and actions carry hope instead of harm? Kindness is always the right thing to do. My friend, today you will have many chances, big or small, to make this choice. Do not wait for tomorrow. Begin now. Speak kindly, act gently, love freely. Because when you do, you bring God's light into the world. And never forget, the kindness you give will also return to you. It will shape your heart, strengthen your soul, and bring you closer to the one who is love itself.